Hi everyone, my name is Bianca and I'm from State of Mind Therapies. Thank you, Brooklyn, for this opportunity to introduce myself and hopefully connect with some other people in the group. And thank you for that beautiful introduction that you gave me yesterday. So, a little bit of background about myself. I started my private practice about the middle of last year. I kind of had this idea during the first Vic. I'm in Melbourne based, and so during the first Vic lockdown, I thought I want to start this private practice. Hi, Brooklyn. um, so yeah, so I started it then with a plan to do kind of all of my admin and get it all sorted during lockdown. And then once lockdown was over, I was going to get started. Little did I know that we were going to get locked down again. And so I was busy homeschooling my two kids. So even though I began my private practice in the middle of last year. This year is kind of when I have started to get a little bit of momentum and actually get into it properly. Um, because things have sort of calmed down. So that's a little bit of background about me. I also have my level 2 Reiki qualification as well. So I do Reiki and counseling. And recently I just got my tapping, my EFT qualification, which I thought might be helpful today to share with you. Brooklyn asked if I had anything I wanted to share, and I thought I'm just going to give this a go and give it a practice, and we'll see how we go. So, the reason I thought this would be a really good environment to share this with, or a good group, is because I was introduced to EFT tapping in exactly the same kind of forum. So I wrote in my post yesterday, thanks, Brooklyn, um, that I was introduced to EFT in a Facebook group, um, and a lady jumped on and said she was going to do it for a bit of fun and join in if we want to. So I did. And I had my issue with me in my mind that I was focusing on and tapping on and thinking to myself while we were doing it, this feels so silly. I don't think it's going to work. And I noticed within 2 or 3 weeks just shifts that I wasn't expecting. And I thought, okay, I need to learn how to do this for myself and for my clients. So here I am. And so hopefully I can introduce somebody else to this technique. If you're new to it, follow along. If you've been doing it for a long time, definitely give me feedback because I'm always open to feedback. And as I said, I'm quite new to it. Um, but I'm going to get started. So um, basically what I was going to do was take you through a tapping exercise. Now, what EFT actually is, it is a stress reduction technique. So basically, we think about what we are struggling with, think about something that is troubling us, and while we're tapping, we say certain things in relation to that, and then basically what can happen is we reduce. It's supposed to reduce the emotional response. So if you're struggling from pain, it kind of separates the emotion from the pain. For example, if you have limiting beliefs about yourself, it kind of separates that emotion, so you can get a little bit of distance from it. Um, so today I thought I would focus on limiting beliefs so that we're all kind of on the same page. The reason I chose that topic is because Brooklyn often says that to be successful in private practice, we need to do the inner work first. So I thought, well, let's take this opportunity and do some inner work. So here we are. So what I'm going to ask you to do is, if you don't have some water with you, press pause and you can continue watching this maybe delayed and just grab a glass of water because it's really important to be hydrated while you're doing this. Um, okay, and so what I'm going to do is first take you through what the points are, okay, so that when you're watching me, and I'll kind of tilt this a little bit so you can see what I'm doing, when you're watching me, you'll know where I'm tapping. So we start off by tapping on the side of our hand. I like to do it with 2 fingers. Some people do it with their hand. Some people do it with one. I do that. Okay. Sometimes I'll change hands. Okay. The next point is on the top of your head. The next point is here. So just kind of where your eyebrows end. The next point is next to your eyes. Then we tap in here. We tap in there. We tap just the side of our collarbone there. Okay, and you can do this with 2 hands or 1, whatever feels comfortable for you. There, the next one is under the arm. It's about a palm length under. So for me, it's kind of where my bra strap kind of sits. So we tap in there. There is another point under here, but I find it hard to get to that. So I'm not going to demonstrate that one today. But that doesn't matter. It'll still work and it'll still be effective. Then we go to the hand. So if you kind of put your hand up like that and you look at the side of your nail bed there, we just tap on that, and then we tap on that, tap on that. We skip that finger and we tap on that. Okay, so they're the points. So it's the side of the nail bed with your fingers. Okay, so let's get started. All right, so today we're going to focus on some limiting beliefs. So what I would like you to do is to just think about a limiting belief that you might have about yourself. Okay, so it might be related to maybe imposter syndrome, or I just need more training, or whatever it is. I'm not good with technology. I don't know. Okay, so think of something that you think might be holding you back, professionally or personally. It's up to you. So just kind of sink into that, think about it, and think about on a scale of 1 to 10 where it is sitting for you. Okay, so how much distress is this causing you, or how much is this interfering with your life? So a 10 means, yep, this is really like causing me a lot of anxiety, a lot of distress, and a 0 or a 1 is it's not really bothering you at all. So have a little bit of a think about where you're kind of sitting. If you want to write it down so that you remember, that's totally fine. So you do your thing, your score out of 10. And then I would like to give you to give your limiting belief a name. Okay, just a 1 or 2 word name that means something to you. Okay, so you don't need to share the name with anyone. It could be, I don't know, I'm scared, I'm nervous, I'm not good enough. It's up to you. Whatever that is, give it a name. So we'll name it, okay? And then I just want you to think of a couple of words of how it makes you feel, okay? Does it make you feel angry, frustrated, nervous, insecure? Okay, so just a few things about how it makes you feel, and a couple of things perhaps of what it is stopping you from doing. Okay, so it stops me from I don't know, putting myself out there. It stops me from having confidence. It's whatever it is. Okay, so a couple of things about what it stops you from doing. Now, the way I'm going to guide you is I'm going to say some words and you're going to repeat the words after me. However, you're going to insert your limiting belief and your name where it's appropriate. Okay, so it'll make sense as we go. Okay, all right, so let's get started. Okay, so I'm going to get you to hold out your hand and start tapping. And I'd like you to repeat after me, even though I have this limiting belief that is called, insert name, that is a number out of 10. I still love and accept myself fully. Now, if you're not comfortable saying I still love and accept myself fully, you might feel more comfortable saying I am open to loving and accepting myself fully. So we'll say it again, even though I have this limiting belief it is called, and it is this number out of 10. I still love and accept myself fully. even though I have this limiting belief, it is called, and it is this number out of 10. I still love and accept myself fully. This limiting belief that I have about myself, I have named it, insert name. It is this number out of 10. This limiting belief that is called this, insert name. That is this number out of 10. This limiting belief it's stopping me from doing so much. It's stopping me from being who I want to be. This limiting belief that I have about myself. This limiting belief. It is called, insert name. It is this number out of 10. This limiting belief. It is stopping me from, insert what it's stopping me from. It is this number out of 10. I wish I could get over it. I wish it would go away. This limiting belief. It is called, it is this number out of 10. This limiting belief. I wish it would go away. Okay, take a nice big stretch and have a yawn. Even if you don't naturally feel like it, try and force yourself to yawn. It kind of gets the energy flowing. Have some water. And just have a think again about that limiting belief. And just notice if your scale out of 10 has moved. If it hasn't, that's okay. Sometimes it moves, sometimes it doesn't. Sometimes you might think that it's made no movement, and then a couple of days later you'll reflect on it and you'll go, oh, I rated that an 8 and it's actually gone down to about a 4 or a 5. And sometimes it's a little bit delayed and it takes a few days. That's okay. It means the energy's just taken a little bit longer to shift. That's what happened with me. The first time I did it, it took actually a couple of weeks for it to really make a difference. We'll go through one more round again. And we'll see if we can shift that number even more. Okay, so even though I have this limiting belief, it is called, I still love and accept myself fully. Even though I have this limiting belief, it is called, it is now this number out of 10, insert number. I still love and accept myself fully. even though I have this limiting belief, it's stopping me from doing so much. It is called, insert name, it is this number out of 10. This limiting belief, I wish it would go away. It is stopping me from doing so much. This belief I have about myself, it is holding me back. It is stopping me from doing, insert what it's stopping you from doing. This limiting belief, it is this number out of 10. Okay, have another stretch, a yawn, some water. Okay, so if I was doing that with a client, and the purpose of this is not to show you how to do it with clients, because obviously I'm not a trainer. I'm doing this for your own kind of um, benefit, personal benefit. But if I was doing this with a client, I'd be looking at their number, and if their number was getting lower, I would keep doing it until they got down to about a 1 or a 2. Okay, I obviously have no idea where your number is, so we'll leave it there. But yeah, thank you, Brooklyn, for giving me this opportunity. I hope you all enjoyed it, and I hope you all have a nice day. See you guys.